3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Let's go. 15 line it. 15 line it.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Check 9. Check 9. Let's go.
Now Leonard Fournette. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
6 guys. Hey, lock it.
This is Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 42.
Go now. 50.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
From the 39, Minshew is going to fire one deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here's Justin Jackson, second-year man out of Northwestern. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, downtown!
Rivers to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers completes it to Benjamin. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Play fake, Rivers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Rivers going deep here. for Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Bravo.
Third and long for Rivers. Going deep for Benjamin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end, and now it's third down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Here's Minshew. Open man is Westbrook, complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On second down, here's Fournette. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on third down? You're a little off balance.
He's got the hook up to Lee. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Fournette, a first down carry. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Yes, sir. Leonard Fournette has a well-deserved reputation as a physical, powerful runner. He's going to drop his shoulder and run over people time and time again. I think he uses it to his advantage, though. How about that last run? Set him up, looked like he's going to drop the hammer, but gave a little wiggle, a little shake. And what did he do, partner?
Left the defender right there in his wake.
Sam off.
They keep it with Fournette on first down, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
60 Pittsburgh.
Check. Out.
Look, squeeze. 5.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
The tackle made by
He wasn't ready.
a gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
We're scoreless after one.
Ready. 15-1.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they come up now, second and goal. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a third and goal here.
Slam.
General West.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Charger drive about to get going. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rivers. And he's got some space here. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Leo.
Now Fournette. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 31 yards there and a first down. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Switch. Check nickel.
Protein spill.
49, check 49. Hey, check 24.
Get it.
Fournette. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Check. Fresno.
They'll run with Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch the curl. Mike's 49.
Snap.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. C.J. Prosise hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Josh Lambeau now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. And Lambeau now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So, decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw is Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
All right, run 80.
Mike 54.
Cluster up. You ain't got nothing. Keep it skinny.
Rivers now. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 36, Rivers. Allen's got it complete. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Shit. Hey, watch this, watch this.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
You must be getting tired of seeing Lee. He's crashing. He's to go.
A handoff to Fournette. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
10-2 stop. Hey, Delta.
Good track. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Hey, here we go. 49. 49's a Mike. 49's a Mike.
So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Returning, it's Benjamin. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Rivers. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Switch.
Look at me. Go. Ready.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Out of the gun is Minshew. And that is incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
And that is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. He'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On play action, Rivers out to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this will be caught at the 30. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and it's shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
Recon, 152 fighter.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Check. Hard, hard. Hey, high 7.
Now on 2nd and 13. Minshew. He hits his running back, Procise. Give him 7 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Box drop, box drop.
I got you. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. I'm coming up to you.
Get.
Now Minshew. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
The 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 35.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Here's Jackson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Tough day, Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Load it! Load it! Check, check.
On second and goal, Rivers flush to his right. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. One receiver left, that's Allen. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. This is caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone, and now it'll be fourth and goal. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Hey, you.
Now Rivers on fourth down. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And now Rivers will lead the Chargers up to go for 2.
Hey, D-back, let's go.
To the air again here, Rivers. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On second and 11 now. Minshew completes it to Lee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's first and 10.
Check safety.
Go on.
Watch the whip.
Big grip.
Out of the gun, here's Procise. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the 44, Minshew. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Following the interception here, Rivers, and caught by Henry. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. To throw again, Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Throwing on second down, Minshew. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Chopper!
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game. And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 44, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. 3rd down here.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Chargers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, 79! 79!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They begin with a run by Fournette. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Takes 3. 218, chopper.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Minshew sets to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Check 52.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
22 Jets bomber.
He's coming. We got double up.
The shotgun handoff to Procise. And he's got this down to the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ready? 90 Wolf.
It's a gain of 5.
Watch time. Time is right. Watch time. Time is right. You're 3 down.
Now. Hey, seam 6.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Minshew under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Smooth.
49's the mic. Watch 49. All you get is a headache. 49.
Go.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Red! Hey, Echo!
Back to throw. Benjamin's got it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired up. That's a big game. Rivers on the money, complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
That's caught by Jackson. And he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territories. They need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Justin Jackson with time running out as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. The open man is Westbrook. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He completes it to Westbrook. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now they burn the timeout. And they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Charlie. Check girls, check girls. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
They'll look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Sharp. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. This from long, very long range. And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for our visitors, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.